You can freeze that? Yes. Stick around. Today I'm going to show you some things that you might not know you can freeze, but you can. Hi everyone, I'm Gina. Welcome back to Tight Ship Mama, where I teach you to run your home like a tight ship. I do this with budgeting, decluttering, meal planning, implementing routines, and a little personal development. So if you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. I make a new video every Monday. So today's video was inspired by my neighbor. I'm really lucky to have great neighbors, and this one neighbor in particular, she has one child, and when she has extra of things, she tends to think of our family. Luckily, these things most often have been bottles of wine, where she'll send me a text, "Hey Gina, opened a bottle of wine, either A, I don't like it, or B, I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish it, do you want it?" If I must, bring it on down. But recently she texted me and she said she had Lunchables, you know, the plastic containers where it's the kid puts together their own lunch at lunchtime. So she texted and she said, "It's getting ready to expire, would your kids want these?" And I simply texted back, "Freeze them." And she's like, "Really?" And I said, "Yeah, freeze them, and then the morning that you want to serve them, pop them in his lunchbox. By the time he gets to lunch, they'll be thawed out, ready to go." So follow up, she did that, he loved it, saved the day. So part of what I want to teach you is just how to use your money to the best of your ability to run your home like a tight ship. And so much of money that is spent and wasted is from our kitchens. So I'm going to show you today a few things that I freeze that you might not realize you can freeze, that in the long run will help you save money and potentially time as well. There are lots of different times where you may need to freeze milk. Simply pour out about a cup of it and then freeze it because it will expand. Never waste a bumper crop of tomatoes again. Simply core them, squeeze out the seeds, and pop them in a bag. At this point, they can only be used for sauces and things like that cooked, but they'll still be just as fresh and delicious. Same for those hot peppers that you've grown. Just stick them in a bag and they can be used for salsas and different soups and recipes throughout the winter. Nuts are so expensive, so when a recipe calls for them, use what you need and freeze the rest for the next time. When butter is on sale, I always stock up because it freezes so well and you always use it up. This one probably is no surprise, but those bananas that are about to go bad, just peel them before you freeze them. Same goes with blueberries and strawberries and all sorts of fruits. Just freeze on a cookie sheet before you put them in a bag. Cheese is something I'm always freezing. It allows me to buy it in bulk and freeze it for the month. The one that I don't recommend freezing though is cream cheese. For some reason, that doesn't come out very well when it thaws. Herbs are another ingredient that can get very pricey and you might not need the whole bunch that you buy at the grocery store. So use what you want and freeze the rest. This huge bag of kale from Costco is a lot for our family to use up. So I'll make my pesto with it, but anything left over I put in the freezer and then I use it in smoothies. Ginger's another ingredient that I use frequently in my recipes, but not this big piece. So I'll freeze the whole thing and grate it with the skin and everything when I need it. Notice the generic description on this bag of pancakes, syrup breakfast. So that's either going to be pancakes or waffles for our family. On the weekends, I make them in bulk, and then on the weekdays, we pop them in the oven to reheat. While it's not a big surprise to freeze chicken broth and leftovers from dinner, what I do recommend though is freezing them as flat as possible, and then it allows you to store more in your freezer. So I hope you found that helpful and that you were able to take away some ideas that will prevent some food from ending up in the trash can and can be used and saved for a later time. Have a great week and I'll see you next Monday.